Hello everyone, my name is Ph.D. I'm a methodology expert. This is just a short presentation to give you a brief information about how to do some kind of comparison if you want to compare cases, which is individual participant with respect to the notes that you have created or the themes that you have created. So there are many ways of doing those comparison. The ones that are frequently used. When you go to explore, you click on explore, you go to metrics coding. This could be used to compare two items, right, in terms of the number of significant information that is shared between two items. I think that is where you go. The next way of exploring the comparison between items or between cases is to go to create and go to framework metrics, right? So the framework metrics gives you information about relevant information that is shared between cases, right, that you have. Let's assume that you have collected your data, analyzed, and developed themes. You have already created cases for each of of the participant that you have. So in order to create a case, you just right click in each of the interview transcript and then go to create as, and then you click on create as cases. So that will be able to create cases for all participants. And then we are assuming that you have created cases. So when you go to cases here and click on people, and then you click here, you'll be able to have, you can see that you have cases have been created for all participants, right? So that's the first step that you have to take. The second step is to make sure that you have created variables or demographic variables and connected them to the cases that you have, right? So you have created demographic variable like gender, maybe age, educational level, and then you have connected them to the cases that you have. A lot of videos that talks about how to do the create cases and also connect them to their respective variables. So for this one, I'm just going to show you how to do comparison when you finish coding and you have developed your themes, and then you want to explore the patterns and see what is really going on with the themes, trying to compare cases. So what do you have to do? So first of all, what you can do is to go to explore and go to metrics. As I said, the metric coding is used to create a table that has and the amount of relevant information shared by two items, right? The amount of relevant information shared by two items. So you just click on that, and then you go to select here, and then let's assume that we want to focus on, we go to cases, we go to the participant, we check the participant that we are interested in making a comparison, and then we click on OK, and we go to column, and then we select, and then we go to node and choose the themes or the nodes that you have created that you are interested in exploring. So you click on OK, and then you click on add to list, and then you can run your analysis. I think I'm having a problem here. Let me go back here. I think I did not add. So whenever you do the selection, you have to click on OK and click on add so that the information will be here. If you don't do that, the system will not run. So you click on run, and then this is what you're going to get. So you can see that for I have 4 participants here, and then based on the themes that I have, these are the number of significant information that is shared between the participant and the theme. So you can see that for balance, Barbara, they shared one significant information. If you want to go get more information about the significant information, you can double click that, and then you'll be able to see the kind of significant information that they shared. Um, so you can see that this is the relevant information that they share, right? Another thing that you can explore is when you go back here, you can click on chat, and then it can give you a chat of um, that reflects the table that you have. And you have options here. I just want to only focus on a simple one where you have so Daniel and all the chat, all the themes that you have, and also the Daniel is connected to, and also this one is the number of count, right? Number of significant information, right? That is also can be called frequency, right? So this is what you can create out of that. And remember that for the metrics, your focus is the number of significant information or the frequencies, right? You are comparing frequencies um, with respect to the themes that you have and the cases that you have selected, right? So that is what we can do for that. So when you go to explore, as I said, you can use this command to create this chart. Another thing that another command that you could use is the framework metrics. If you want to use the framework metrics, you can go to create, and then you go to framework, click on framework metrics, and then you give it a name. So I can say, let's type name for now, give it a name. Okay, name A. And then you click on role, and this is where you select the cases that you are interested in, right? So you click on that and go to click on cases, the plus there, you click on people and go to where the you have all the cases for all the participants, right? And you choose the one that you are interested. You can choose all of them, or you can choose few of them, the ones that you want to explore. And you click on OK, and you go to you can indicate attribute. Let's say you want to see the gender, participant gender. You can check there so that you know when the table indicates which the agenda of participants, each of the participants. So if you are interested in that, you can do it. And then you go to column. This is where you select the themes or the codes that you are interested in. So let's say we are interested in maybe 3 of these. And then we can click on OK, and then we click on OK here. So it will take a little time to create the framework metrics. So as you can see here, this is the framework metrics, and this is also information, additional information. What you're interested in is the metrics, the table. So in order to clearly see the table, you can right click here, and then you undo. So to pull up the table for you, so that you can see what is really going on. So you can see that there's no information here. In order to create, you have to download or bring out the information, extract the information that are shared between the items that we have here. You click on auto summary, and then to pull up all the information. Here too, it will take a little time for everything to pull up. So you can see that this one brings a list of significant information that is shared between the theme and the cases. So in here, the case here, you can see that it had also indicated the gender because we wanted to know the gender of participants too. There are some places you don't have any information that it means that there is no significant information that are shared between Betty and infrastructure as the theme. So you can, after that, you can even download the information. You can export it by right clicking on the table and then clicking on export, and you'll be able to export it and explore further and see the trend.